Hey y'all, and welcome back. I had a client reach out to me requesting some Mexican trained dominoes. Now, in a standard set of dominoes, there's 28 dominoes. In a one set of Mexican trained dominoes, there are 91 dominoes. So, yeah, it was quite a big undertaking. So, yeah, in this one, you play with a set of double 12s, which is what I just showed you. So right here I have three molds, and right here I have two more molds. And the client also asked for holographic black glitter. So this is what I have here. I know it looks kind of purplish gray, but yeah, once the resin hits it, it's really pretty. And I had some chunky black holographic glitter, but what I did was incorporate. Well, I didn't have enough to make all 91 dominoes, so I just incorporated it into the glitter that I had in hopes that you could catch a glimpse of it, of the chunky in there. And come to find out, you can. So I was real happy about that. Um, I've already got my resin mixed up, and roughly, um, it's well over 24 ounces of resin for all. Was it five moles? Can't remember. Anyway, for all the moles, it took over 24 ounces. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway. So what I did was I'm not sure if it's a right at a teaspoon, that clear plastic spoon, but I took two of those and put them in that cup with the resin. And because I didn't, when you're working with glitter and no color with it, it'll come out not transparent, but you can see through a lot of the domino, which you don't want because other people are going to see how many dots you have. So I call them dots. I know there's a technical term for them, but uh, I'm just gonna, I've just always called them dots. Anyway, so what I'm not gonna, pour all of those molds for y'all because it does get boring. Um, so I'm just going to pour as much as this little cup will take, or as far as it'll go, rather. And what I didn't realize was because I've never worked with this type of glitter before, when and you'll see in a future video, or later on in the video, that when they dry matte. They don't dry shiny. So in hindsight, they cured and everything. I popped them all out, started doing the color, and I had to go over them with a top coat. So here, in a standard size set of dominoes, all of the dots are one color. The dividing line is one color. In Mexican train dominoes, each number has its own color. And right there, you see the needle nose bottles. Um, I have 13 colors mixed up. Now 12 are going to go for the dots, and white is going to go for the line. And what I did was, Thank goodness I had acrylic paint from my paint pouring days. But I just took different colors of acrylic paint and mixed them with water and poured them into those bottles. So as you can see, each number has its own color. And believe you me, I am so glad I did this because it can get confusing after a while, and especially if your brain wanders while you're working. Oh yeah, that could be a nightmare. So anyway, right now I'm just putting my paint in order by its number. But anyway, as I was saying before, when these cured, the backs of them dried really dull. And I didn't really think about it until I was popping them out. I did all the colors, did all the dots on all 91 dominoes. And I just didn't like the way they looked on the back. Now, if I would have thought about it before, even before I popped them out of the mold, I could have gone in with, actually on a lot of them, and just poured a top coat of clear resin. But no, I didn't think about it until I was all finished with them. So what I did was I mixed up some resin and I top coated each and every one of them, and they looked awesome. In this video, I don't have a picture of the backs of them, but yeah, they're really cool looking. So anyway, what I'm doing here is trying to figure out um, you know which ones I'm gonna do for y'all, because I'm only gonna do a few. And you really have to pay attention to how many nibs, I think they're called. Anyway, how many dots are on the domino. So whatever color, that's magenta. And if you can see or read upside down, magenta is number 10. So yeah, and just with these needle nose bottles, just always make sure that you test it out before you do anything with it, because sometimes, and you'll see here in just a little bit, it'll start out with a bubble, um, and you don't want that either. In this case, you can clean it up real easy, but so word of caution. So I just did 7 little dots, and always wipe off the top of your needle nose applicator, because you don't want it to dry out and then plug up your little needle nose, and then you have to go in and clean it out, and it's just a pain in the butt. So and right there you saw me do the dividing line. I think I told y'all that the dividing line is the same color, so I used white. And yeah, and in this project, it's really easy, because when you mess up, you can just kind of wipe it off to the side. And what I did when all the dominoes were finished, I just as a quality control and the finishing touch, I did have to sand uh, a few dominoes. And what I do is I just wet sand, and it turns out great. I know some people, seeing that pretty? Oh, love it. I know some people use a nail file. Whatever works for you. Just wet sanding works for me. I don't know what I'm showing off there, but anyway. So here's another one. I don't know what, I wasn't, oh, what color is that? silver. I think that's silver. But on my dominoes, I've started to, um, especially when you're making dominoes for other people, because a lot of the time people will play dominoes outdoors. And to me, if you don't protect those colored dots, over time they will crack and peel because it's only acrylic paint and water. So what I do is I put UV resin in a little needle nose bottle, and I'll take that resin and I will go into each color dot, and it doesn't take a lot, and so I put that UV resin inside of each little hole, colored dot, whatever you want to call it. Um, and with the UV resin, it'll, you know, protect the color and the white line too, because all of that paint is just acrylic paint and water. So I'm going to do one more because I wanted to pick out a domino that would show all different colors. Well, not all the different colors, but it ended up taking about 21 hours. That's mixing the resin, mixing the glitter in the resin, pouring the resin. I didn't, I didn't incorporate that 21 hours. That does not include cure time. So, and then going, after they were cured, you got to pop them out of the molds, paint the dots, let them dry, and then I put a top coat on the back and inside all the little colored dots. So with all of that, it took me 21 hours, and that's, like I said, that's not cure time for the resin. So and as you can see, there's a domino over on the left-hand side. I had made a mistake with the color. So, and what I do when I apply the paint inside the hole is you just squeeze the bottle just a teeny tiny little bit to where you have paint in there, and I just go around with the needle, the tip, and I just go around and just fill around the hole. Just distribute all the color around the hole. I don't put the paint in there to where the paint fills up the hole. To me, it doesn't look right. And second of all, when I go to put my UV resin on there, it's just not going to look good. So, and that's it for all 91 dominoes. And here they are when they're curing. And it's just, that glitter is just so pretty because you can see the greens and the blues and the orange and red. Sometimes you can see purple. Turned out really nice. And then this is the finished project. So I was really happy with them. A few of them I did have a problem with, and I did have to go back and do them over. But all in all, I'm happy with them. I hope the client likes them because he ordered them for his wife for her birthday. So anyway, if you liked this video, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And when you hit the notification bell, you need to click on all, so you will get notified with all the videos whenever I release them to YouTube. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.